I'm not back. Well, kinda. That is, if I actually upload this video. This is part 1 of What If Naruto Was Lost. I know I got up to part 3, but there's just hella plot holes, so it'd probably be better for me to just redo it all. I suppose we'll go for some background for the story itself, so we're not just jumping right into it, because clearly that form of content doesn't work very well for me. That, and I don't upload like that for real. I'm just mad lazy. So, for background on this story, Naruto Uzumaki, after having fought in the 4th Great Ninja War, brought Sasuke back to the village, and trained to become Hokage, he would have married a civilian woman. Instead of Hinata, because I don't like Hinata, Hinata sucks. He would have married a civilian woman that he had known throughout his teen years, her name being Michiko. We'll just go with that name. Michiko would have died in childbirth while giving birth to their unborn daughter, and this would have sent Naruto over the edge. Now, I know he's always been portrayed to have been happy-go-lucky, always forgiving, but this was the last straw, and Naruto finally broke. And all it took was the death of his wife and unborn child. Naruto would have been in a rage, but he would have kept himself controlled. That was until Hinata would have thought it would be a good idea to try and get her to look at him, or get him to look at her, sorry. This didn't end well, as he would have murdered Hinata in cold blood for simply even attempting to do so. After murdering Hinata, the council would try to have him impeached, only to be slaughtered by Naruto later. The Anbu were incredibly loyal to him, as Naruto was a much better leader than a lot of the Hokage before him. But now, doubts were being sown. Rumors would spread across the village that the Hokage had gone mad. Sasuke would have heard of these rumors, as he would be out of country, trying to find more stuff about the Otsutsuki, and avoiding taking care of his child. When Sasuke would finally return to the village, he would argue with Naruto about his actions, only being dismissed coldly by him. Sasuke would wonder what happened to his brother, but in the end, he just stuck by him. At one point in time, the hidden stone village would have stepped on the Leaf's toes, and Naruto wouldn't excuse that. He would have his most elite Anbu sent into their village to slaughter their academy students. Naruto would go onto the path of a dictator, deciding that the Hidden Leaf would be the only village that existed. This would lead to the 5th Great Ninja War between the Leaf and the Stone. The Cloud, Mist, and Sand Village would later ally against the Leaf, leading to an all-out battle between all villages, but mostly just against the Leaf. Unfortunately for them, though, Naruto had begun training after the death of his wife and child. training so extensively that he had thousands of jutsu in his arsenal. He would not only rely on the Rasengan and Rasen Shuriken anymore, nor the Shadow Clone Jutsu. At the climax of the battle, Naruto and Sasuke would face off against the other 4 Kage. Sasuke would turn against him during that battle. This would cost him dearly, as Naruto ripped out his eyes himself and transplanted them into his own sockets during the battle, having Kurama heal him. He would easily slaughter the 4 other Kage, and later destroy their villages as well. He had no use for their shinobi, as clearly they were too weak to deal with him. When he returned to the Leaf Village, he found most of his elite Jonin and Anbu waiting for him in an ambush. Naruto would slaughter them all with ease. This would lead to him destroying the village as well. After this happened, Naruto would find himself alone in the world. Well, except for him and Kurama. He would later decide to release Kurama into the world, seeing as there were no hidden villages anymore. Orochimaru would have also died in the war, as he thought it would be better to fight against Naruto as well. So, Kurama had no reason to fear any humans anymore. He may not have admitted it, but he feared being captured again. While he didn't approve of Naruto's methods of slaughtering all of the people that stood against him, he understood what he lost. He understood why he took the actions that he did, and he understood that the boy that he was once sealed in was now a man. A broken one, but a man nonetheless. They would part ways, and as Naruto trained with the Sharingan and Rinnegan that he stole from Sasuke, he would find himself traveling dimensions. Not exactly sure as to why, but he did. That was until he found himself in a dimension where the world was plagued by disease. A disease that brought the dead back to life, to become ruthless, mindless, killing machines that only eat and decay. Naruto didn't know why, but he felt the need to stay in this world, this universe, and survive in it. Perhaps it was to find a purpose again, to find someone to protect, to love, or maybe to die. He found that the humans in this universe had no chakra. Well, at least they did, but the bare minimum, only to the point where it would keep them alive. But they had very advanced weaponry that would be very interesting in the hands of a shinobi. So as he traveled the world, he would train to use these firearms and explosives that they had created, completely, well, almost completely abandoning the use of ninjutsu, as he thought that it would be somewhat unfair to the people of this world to be using it. He wanted to challenge that way, but if he ever had to, he would not hesitate to use the jutsu that he had in his belt. So now, we truly begin the story, as we see Naruto Uzumaki walking along. It is now currently winter. Naruto had encountered all sorts of people during his travels. Most of them ended up dead. Some of them survived, but not very many.
That was until he came upon a man by the name of William Carver. People called him Bill, people called him Carver. He had a rather large group, and they had been traveling for quite a while. They had found a warehouse that they could stay in, and by the name of Howie's. And as Naruto grew to know Carver, he grew to respect the man and his way of thinking. Before, he probably wouldn't have, as the man thought a lot like Danzo, but not nearly as extreme. The man had a very predator-like mentality, in that the strong lead the weak, and the weak follow the strong. The man had a rival for leadership by the name of Luke. They constantly butted heads on who should lead and what they should be doing. This led to Luke taking a group of the people from their community in general and running off. One person in this group happened to possibly be carrying William's child, and this left Bill furious. We see Carver and Naruto in his office, as Carver would be pacing around while Naruto leaned up against the door to make sure nobody was peeking in. "God damn it," Bill would say. "God damn it," he would then exclaim before throwing a chair across the room against a wall and leaving a dent. "Bill, calm down," Naruto would try to reassure his friend. "Calm down. That fucker took my child, my woman. He's gonna get her killed." "No, he won't. I won't let it come to that." "Huh? What do you mean?" Bill would question. "I can track them easily. I will watch over the child and the woman to make sure nothing happens to them. Of course, I will be ignoring the others that Luke took, as they do not matter." "I see. Alright then. Leave one of your clones here, so you could report back." "Sure thing," Naruto would say, before another version of him would poof into existence, right next to Bill. "God, that's freaky," Carver would comment, before Naruto would vanish in a swirl of leaves. Clementine's POV. As I walked through the forest holding my dog-bitten arm, I could feel darkness coming around the corner of my vision. I wasn't going to stay awake much longer, but I'm hungry, and my arm hurts really bad. Suddenly, I would hear a groan behind me. Turning around, I would look to see a walker coming up behind me rather quickly, stumbling forward in its stupid fashion. But I didn't have the strength to run, so I just tried to speed walk. Until, unfortunately, it caught up with me. It pushed me to the ground, and as I used my bitten arm to push it and keep it away from my neck, it would suddenly have its head cut off by a man wielding a machete. "Get up," the man would say, reaching towards me. I would grasp his hand with my non-bitten one and pull myself up. There was another man holding a crossbow. He would have some weird haircut, almost shaven, but really poorly. The man would shoot another walker down with his crossbow, as he would say, "Damn it, I'm out. We gotta get moving, boy." "Yeah, you got it," the man with the machete would respond, before picking me up in a princess carry and running off with the bald man behind him. Time skip. It's been at least 30 minutes since we've been running from the walkers. We finally slowed to a walk now. And as the man carried me, he would say, "You okay, girl?" I would only shake my head. I would only shake my head in refusal, however you say that. She would shake her head no. And the man would say, "Oh, I'm sorry about that," before he would look down to my arm to see blood coming from under the sleeve. "Ah, shit," he would say before dropping me as I hit my back really hard and groaned in pain. What happened?" "She's bitten, man. Oh my god, shit," the man with the machete would say. "What?" the other man would question, before looking down at me to see blood coming from my arm. He would say, "Show me," before I would reach my arm out and he would pull the sleeve back to see the dog bite. "Ah, damn it," the man would grunt out. "It was a dog," I would say in a shaky voice. "Yeah, a dog. I didn't see a dog," the older man would say. "I killed it." The man with the machete would stutter out. What? You killed it? You don't just... A dog comes out of nowhere and bites you and you kill it? What the hell would you have done?" the shaven man says. I don't know, man. You just don't kill dogs," the man would say, holding a hand to his forehead as he turned his back to us. "Clementine, I want you to look me in my eyes and tell me the truth. Were you bitten by a dog?" I would look directly into his eyes unwaveringly. "Yes," the man would sigh before pulling out a cigarette and lighting it. He would let a puff out before saying, "Well, I've got a pretty good bullshit detector. She's not lying." "What? How do you know that?" "I know when people are lying. That's why you can't ever beat me at poker." "What? You don't always beat me in poker." "Well, we got a doctor. We might as well go check in with Carlos, see if he can do anything about it." But you know what happened last time." "God damn it, boy, you don't have to remind me." Yes, sir," the man would reply. Well, I'm gonna leave that at that. And we'll be back with part 2 at some point. I'm not gonna give you a time zone, because I'm gonna be honest, I barely even uploaded today. Until next time.